been the last time, and I felt like that was me knowing that this was going to be an extension.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're on 9. I think it's 95. Hold on, I gotta see. And I gotta make this more public. We are Siamese, if you please. Dum dum dum. Oh shit, I didn't send it to my cousin. Interview on Ecamm. I copy the link, copy. Send this to her real quick. Okay. Doop.
She's a fat little thing.
What in the world?
I didn't do it.
You did not, but apparently I didn't either. I don't know what happened. It went from showing. Okay. I was like, wait, it went from show. Oops. Fuck me. Bro. I'll get it together one day. Seamlessly. When? Is a good question. Okay. So that is that.
It's still on fucking. Oh no, it ended.
Okay. Oops, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted. Okay. I think that now I can pull up all of the things. Oh. Okay. So that is up. Now I just need to get all of the other things.
So many things.
Dude, so many things.
I saw somebody said that most of the prisoners that escaped were fucking Geminis.
Dude, I saw that too. They were all. I heard that they were. No. I heard that they were all Geminis.
No, one of them was a Virgo.
I'm weak. My husband's a Virgo. Can I see you later?
Me too.
For our pregame. I'm weak. Okay, so bookmarks.
Yeah, and like, I think one of them was something else, but most of them were Geminis. And I just think that's so fucking funny.
They were like, I heard they were like, of all signs too, they would be the ones to try to plot their escape or something like that.
They were all like super violent fucking people too.
Oh no.
Why were the floors dirt? Why were they able to dig out of a jail cell? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Was it dirt?
How else would they have dug out?
I thought they went through that little hole thing that there was.
Did they go through a little hole?
I think that they went through a little hole. I thought they went through a little hole. Because they like moved the like that toilet thing.
That's so wild.
Or at least that's what I had thought.
Did you hear how they caught one just walking down the fucking street?
Yeah. Someone was like, they weren't on that midnight train to Georgia. Living on the midnight train. Said I'm going back to find.
I don't understand. Like, you take all that effort to escape. I'm getting the fuck out of the state.
I'm weak. If they probably didn't know how to or where the fuck to go. Where were they going? It's not like they had any money.
I think one of them made the plan to go back to continue to beat on his baby mama.
What?
I think that's what the one's plan was, because he was in there for beating on his baby mama. Another one, they think he escaped because he was going to try to go do some witness tampering. Yeah.
Not you didn't. They weren't going out to be good people.
No.
What in the hell? What the hell? What the helly? What the helly?
They were in
Andre?
there for like murder and beatings and like gun charges and shit. No, they weren't going out to be good people.
I was hopeful.
Some people are in prison because they deserve to be.
Wow.
Some. Not all, but some. And then
weak.
some people are too white for prison, like Corey.
What the hell? What the helly? What the helly, Andre?
What the hell, you Sarah?
Bitch. Oh my god. So 803 or whatever, the boots on the ground dude, messed around and made a music video, and now he copyrighted the song. It wouldn't let me post the song on TikTok. It muted it and like didn't push it into the algorithm.
Damn,
So
dude.
that video got 0 views.
That's wrong. That's rude.
The disrespect.
That's the people's song. Why would you do such a thing?
He's like, I am the people. I need to make the money. Just give me the money.
All he had to do was fuck around and make it so that, like, any...
Are people forgetting it was her?
I'm weak. Bruh. Diddy. Cassie. All these people that are coming out. Lauren London.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't know who a lot of these people are.
Bitch. I literally cannot.
That's where the white side comes out. I'm sorry.
What the hell? What the helly? What the helly, Andre? I'm pretty sure that's not it.
It's Eliante.
Whatever. I should probably share this some more places.
What the helly, Andrew?
What the? I'm weak.
What the helly, Greg?
What the helly, Greg?
What the helly, Barry?
With the Willow Smith?
What the Paula Dean?
Not Paula.
Yeah, her racist ass. She could go right to hell.
Not to hell. She probably vacations there.
Who's Trump?
I'm weak. In the villages.
They swing together, and I don't mean golf.
Biddy bomb. Bruh. What the hell?
I thought Rocky was on earlier.
What the hell, Andre?
I almost joined the chat when I saw Rocky was on.
I'm weak. I'm so weak.
Almost got me.
I'm so weak. What the helly? What the helly, Andre? Okay, so I sent the link to my cousin, but I don't know if that, like... She was having a dance party with Beyonce, for real. She sent me a picture the other day, like, going to see Beyonce, and she had her little denim outfit on and her cowboy boots. I was like, bitch, I ain't even got my boots on the ground. You got your boots on the ground for real. So I don't know if she... I talked to her briefly today, but it wasn't for long. Truthfully, I feel like I was supposed to call her back, and I didn't.
So now she's saying, fuck you, Ashley.
She's like, fuck you.
Driving downtown, girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you.
The a cappella group that I was in college, we did that song.
Of course you did.
I didn't lead it, but we sang it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. It was this girl named Paige that led it, actually.
It's always Paige.
I'm so weak. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if... I guess we can take, Oh, I should probably figure out what episode we're on before I actually get started. Let's see. The Tube of You. We are slowly coasting up, I think. Ooh, we're at 223 subscribers right now.
God damn, almost 222. Almost.
We just passed it.
But 223 is better. But catching that 222 would have been cool.
What the hell? What the helly? Okay, so we are on episode 96. 90. We're still on 95 because that was part 1. So part 2. So we're still on episode 95. Oh, I'm weak. I definitely didn't send it to the chat. I thought I did. I sent it in my head.
I got you.
I can send it to the group. The group. When I want to be like, I'm gonna need y'all to have all this energy that you guys had in chat an hour ago for the fucking podcast. What in the hell?
It's too late. We got too many old people in the chat. Say bedtime.
Bombastic side eye. This is the face I'm giving everyone right now. Look. Like, what? Wake up.
No, you never said that in the chat. We're gonna be like, it's your fault. You guys don't call us on video anymore.
A bombastic.
And nobody ever
side
answered the
eye.
last 3 times I tried to call on video.
Did you try?
So
When did you try to call?
not the last time or anything like that, but the last few times that we've been together and I've tried to call, nobody ever.
Oh
answered,
yeah,
so I
you
stopped
ain't
trying,
you ain't lie. Okay, I was like, wait, I was like, when did you try? Yeah, no, you ain't lie. You ain't lie.
Nobody answered. I'm not gonna sit there on fucking call alone, staring at myself, waiting or staring at you, watching my phone battery drain when nobody answering. Like what?
I'm weak.
Watch us try it tonight and somebody answers.
I mean, I just sent the bombastic side eye, so someone might feel. I feel like Elle will usually feel bad for me.
Elle feels bad.
Bruh.
I love her.
Bombastic side eye.
Call me Mr. Bombastic.
Telephone-tastic. Whoa. Smooth. Just like a silka.
Romantic. Oh, don't do that to me. There you go.
Smooth. Oh my goodness, yeah. So I told myself that I wasn't gonna mix that day, and I definitely mixed, and I definitely
Felt
regretted.
some type of way in the morning.
But I wasn't like, I wasn't like hungover. Like I figured my life out in a sense that, like I wasn't like, I definitely threw up though. So there's that.
You forever throw up after you drink.
That is not true, bitch.
More than 2 shots and you're.
That is not.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
not true.
Yes.
Bitch,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
It is not.
Yes. Your
no.
birthday. The other night.
My birthday, I drank a lot.
That's what I'm saying. More than 2 shots and you're done for.
Bitch, you don't even go here.
Oh, I thought I did.
I'm weak. My cousin.
Alright, cuzzo, you got this tonight with her. I'm heading out. Bye. It's just you two tonight.
She's like, what?
No.
Where are you going?
She said no.
Look at you, hair done. Beyonce, who this? Beyonce, who this?
That looks so pretty.
You look so cute. Hey, cousin. How you
Hey.
feeling? That's why she had her hood on last episode. She was getting her hair did for Beyonce and wasn't telling nobody. I didn't know you was going to bitch, because you knew I was
It
going to
was
have you on assignment. Did you take any pictures? Where are my pictures?
Oh, there's a lot of pictures. Oh my gosh. There's almost too many pictures.
Well, I need you to go through them and edit the ones that you want to send. That way I can like you
Just like
mess
throwing
around you.
salt in your wound. There's
Yeah.
so many pictures. I got to I waved at her and she waved back.
She saw both my babies. She saw Blue and Rumi.
Yeah, and Blue did so good. Ruby was just so cute. I
I'm
was like,
weak.
oh, she's like professional.
Looking up to her mama and her sister. I know that's right.
How old is Blue?
Like 13. Blue is not. Is she even 13? She might be 12.
He has her out there like that.
I'm weak. Compared to I'm not even mad at her because the way that these other celebrities have their babies out there,
I agree.
At least she's doing something, like actually doing something. North out
Exactly.
here, North out here.
No,
Looking
she's
crazy.
like in the perfect position. Like, what do you call it? A lot of these people, it's like you put your kid in dance class, but this is like dance class advanced, super advanced.
Yeah. You said North out here looking crazy. First of all, her name is Northwest, and her mother is Kim, and her father is Kanye. She is crazy. That poor thing didn't have nothing going for her.
You didn't just give the baby a chance.
No.
But
I'm like, I cannot deny these allegations.
this is for entertainment purposes only.
I was like, what's I saying?
Come on.
Not the crush of Kardashian. Kim, we'd love to have you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Come defend yourself, please. What?
But oh my god, no, speaking of, I don't know if this was like a fake thing that I saw online or if this was like actually quoted by North, but someone asked her like why, like who she would want to be, like her mom or her dad, and she was like, I don't even know what my mom like did to get famous, but my dad is a rapper. I want to be like my dad. She's like, we started my first album, Elementary School Dropout, as a play on his college dropout.
Yeah.
But you don't know what
you in school, boo?
Ma'am, are you in school?
It's gonna be very, very sad when she finds out what her mom. Yikes.
Yeah, damn.
Didn't she gobble some cock to get that?
Not gobble the bird. Bird. Bird's the word. Bird. Bird's the word.
I'll drink to that.
I'm gonna need you to get like a glass of wine or something. That way, when we're taking shots, you can.
I know. I don't know.
She doesn't drink wine either, Ashley. Smoke. She doesn't drink. Leave her alone.
She's like, I'm just here for the.
Take a shot of water.
Yes.
Stay hydrated. Hydrate yourself. Care for yourself.
Literally.
Stay hydrated.
I'm having essential and like put it in the glass.
With you.
Essential water in the shot glass.
Throw some lemon around the rim and then some salt so that you can like balance it all out. There you go. Drops in there. Make it fancy.
Literally.
I'm over collectively together.
I guess we're both leaving. She's doing the podcast alone tonight. Is that her?
I'm weak. She's like, all right,
He
well,
shall never kick us.
She's like, I got better things to go do. I can go play The Sims or another video game, Ashley. I don't need to
what?
be
She's
here.
like, I can go through my Beyonce pictures. Bitch, you better send me those videos so I can act like I went to the concert and go viral.
Oh my god!
You ain't posting shit.
I was gonna tag you in them. I was
You
gonna
should have.
tag you.
Bitch, run me them videos so I can get my few coins like I went.
Wait, you have online presence? I actually went online like that.
That part. Girl, and when she does make a TikTok, she's calling me trying to be like, Ashley, what do I do?
Literally. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
but
do I?
How do I make a voiceover?
volume of the
I want to make the music louder. How do I
How do I
split
have
the
captions?
How do I split the screen? I wanna split the screen.
Make one of those filter thingies. Meanwhile, the kids are over here rolling up on her on video, putting on a filter and then running away, and she doesn't realize it. And she's
I won't
just got this
notice.
fucking big chin. The glasses on, and she's going off about filters, and we're just like,
Yeah, and I'll look up and I'm like, oh, do you know like the movie Up? How like the old man with the glasses?
and the big chin.
They have like that as a filter.
That's a filter, yeah.
And Cookie and J Man, they like love that one, so they'll press it and then they'll like scoot off, but I won't be paying attention. And then I'll look up and I'll be like mad, but I'm like, like, how is anyone taking me seriously
We're
right
not. We're not.
That's why they use it. They're like, oh, they're upset. Look at them.
now?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Ma seems a little frazzled. Let me.
Fuck with her. Let me make it worse. Alba will come over and she'll go, can we do the thing on the bottom of your phone? Whenever I'm on video.
I'm
now.
so weak. Where'd you go? I missed you so. Seems like
Hey,
it's
wait,
been
there's
forever.
3 people in here, but nobody's saying hi to us.
Yeah,
So
no one's in the
who's
comments.
watching, ladies
Hey,
and gentlemen?
we'll get started in 2 minutes for you. So we're not gonna. So we've got a garden salad today. So we're not gonna do a strain of the day because I'm not breaking down all of the strains that are in this massive. But it is like 6.5.
You keep disappearing, and now I can see you, but I can't see you.
So she's taking
There
a
we
fake
go.
shot.
There we go.
She didn't want people to see her taking. So
No, my parents call me every time. It's clockwork.
Oh, they really do.
I'm weak, and I still haven't. I listen, and I literally sit next to the picture. I still have to write those cards out. Besides the fact that I went to the dollar store and I got a Sharpie, right, like the little fine tooth one. Obviously, it was a single pack, but I dropped it and the tip broke. Like I literally used it once, and it wasn't even for what I bought it for.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Fucking.
That's what he said.
Ba-dum-bum, pa. Bruh.
Just the tip is all you need.
I literally cannot. Y'all are a hot mess. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. Boots on the ground. You was booting on the grounds for real, for real. Where them fans at?
Oh my feet were hurting. So the concerts, they make you walk like a marathon before you get to the door
Yep.
of the concert. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
And then walking back was a lot. Was a lot.
Oh no,
Oh,
it feels so
no.
terrible for you. Your feet must hurt so bad after your concert with Beyonce.
Dance party with Beyonce. 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 I wouldn't expect your feet to not hurt.
You better have your boyfriend. You better be like, come rub them.
Did she do like all of the songs or was it just the Carter, not the Carter, the run, what is it? The Cowboy Carter. Was it just the Cowboy Carter tour?
No, she mixed it up. She did like Crazy in Love. She did other songs.
Did she?
It was good. It was good. It was good.
That's what's
And
up.
then what's it called? After the concert, my sister texted me like, "Oh, they said that there was a fight in the pit area, and they had to what do you call it? End the show quickly." And I was like, "No." And then it's posted on TMZ. It was the first night in Chicago, and I went to the second night, so
Uh,
it wasn't a thing. They were like, "Are you okay? What's happening?" And I'm like, "No, it's not
what?
me. I'm not. No, leave me alone."
Chicago
Like,
a 45-minute flight from Ohio. I didn't know either.
Oh, a flight? Okay.
yeah. Oh, which almost got
You
delayed
rich
because of a
bitch. I
dust
got
storm.
Beyonce money and a flight for 45-minute flight.
Beyonce money 2 times. This is not her first Beyonce concert.
Ah,
Don't let nobody
ah,
fool you.
ah.
Hence why she didn't tell nobody.
Very rich. Got it.
Hashtag very rich bitch, very rich. I saw that text message, and you know it was crazy. We was down. I had literally just opened the door downstairs. We were getting ready for line dancing, and I'm like, here this bitch go in her fucking cowboy boots talking about she's going to Beyonce. What?
You didn't say anything that night.
No. Not that night. Not that the podcast. She was like, "Sorry, I'm taking out my hair." I just thought it was a regular hair day, bitch. No, she was getting ready to go see Beyonce.
Uh-huh.
Didn't tell
I'm gonna tell you
man
what.
nobody.
I was thrown off the whole time. Said something about her hoodie, and I never saw it here. Here, it didn't look like she had a hoodie on, but the second I pulled it up on the video to watch it back, I was like, oh.
I'm
Yes. I
sorry.
didn't want to wear a bonnet because, bonnet has, I don't know. I didn't want to wear a bonnet. So I was like, I'll wear a
Wait,
hood.
wait,
What the
wait,
stigma behind?
wait. No. Wear the fucking bonnet.
I'm so fucking weak. I thought she was about to like say something, but like, I mean, I'll
No.
wear the bonnet on the virtual chat. I am not fixing to be recorded with no bonnet on
Why?
because
There's a house cap, as
Oh,
as
I
my
don't
parents would call
like walking outside with
it.
it.
oh.
Very seldom.
My neighbors always would dance house. All the time.
The
And I
most is like
and
to
one day
get the mail.
that I even had mine on. I walked out with mine on one day, and they were like, "Hey!" And I was like, "Hey!" Oh shit!
I cannot.
She's like, I'm exposed. You know my secrets.
Secrets.
Oops. Hello. It's just me, your neighborhood crazy white lady. Nothing to see here. Bye.
Nothing to see here. Bye. I seasoned my chicken. Don't mind me.
We made fried chicken today.
I know.
Pardon me.
I'm so fucking weak. I literally cannot. There's so much going on in this world. Speaking
I'd
of
ask
the
where the
South,
comments went, but nobody's talking to us.
you
so
ain't
it
lying.
doesn't
I don't think
fucking
they're.
matter.
My hey, niecey. My niece is here.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm weak. As we're like, no one's here. Niecy's here. Hey, Ty, show my bell. How are you? How was your? She just turned 21. How was your 21st birthday, my love?
21.
21.
Wow.
Can you do
How
Your
something for
21st
me?
birthday.
My 21st birthday,
You're like, I don't remember it.
bruh. No, it was good. It ended up. We had like a little shindig at my sister's house after we went to Fusions. It was this Asian restaurant in Ashland.
Hello.
Look at the chain.
What? You can't hear me?
First the mom, then first the dad, then the mom.
What?
Oh, her mom's calling her now.
Oh, I'm weak.
Oh.
I was like, what? But no, and then after we went back to my sister, like we threw like a little, like well, there was like a good amount of people, but like two different sets of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just like a whole.
Can you guys hear
But
me?
yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you. But
Oh no.
dude, oh no.
She's gone.
But dude, so
Mom called.
do. You can't hear? Can you hear?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
What's it called? First the dad, then the mom. Clockwork. They were
Dude,
like, she's doing a podcast. Let us
She's,
call.
Good
she's
night.
hanging with her husband. I'm so weak. I literally cannot. But I guess we can jump in now. I guess we can start. Right. Here. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm probably going to talk. But welcome to MJ's Garden Chat, episode 95. So last episode was really 95. So this is 95, like, point 5. 95.
Jim in 90s.
2.
Part 2.
95, part 2. Okay, so I don't even know, but MJ's Garden Chat 95 part 2. We started talking about the plantation fire in Louisiana, but I don't feel, well, one, we had just started, like, it had just happened and nothing really had followed after it. But then after the like deep diving into it, we got to talk about it because there's like a lot of shit that happened that's like weird as fuck. And I feel like this doll Annabelle is like the catalyst or like the trigger of all of what's happening.
Because maybe Annabelle's not so evil after all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that part. Definitely that part. Or maybe that just like her spirit was just
She's
misunderstood.
Yeah, maybe it's that she's trapped.
Because isn't this the movie based on? Isn't this what the movie is based on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe she was trapped, and now that she's being moved around, she's no longer trapped. Even though she's in the box, she's no longer trapped because she's being moved around. And now she's freeing those who were trapped too.
Oh shit. Well, damn.
Oh.
Plot twist. Okay, hold on. Let's like read about this though. So this is. Let me share the screen. I tried to do this I'm telling you, I don't even know what was going on before. So now
the
that
last time we were talking about it wasn't working.
Yeah, it wasn't working. So now that we've got life is working now. So that's the doll, right? And then it says on the right, Hollywood released the horror movie Annabelle. A sellout audience at the Laurelton Hall was spellbound hearing about the real Annabelle, a demonic doll. A paranormal investigator, Lorraine Warren, who cracked the real life case along with her late husband, Ed Warren. The real Annabelle doll lives in a locked box at the Warrens Occult Museum at her home in Monroe, Connecticut. The doll in the movie is a frightening looking porcelain doll in a child's image with long hair, and the real Annabelle, the one in the Warrens Museum, is a plain looking classic Raggedy Ann doll with red yarn for hair. But the Raggedy Ann at the Warren Museum is no ordinary doll. According to the Warrens, it is inhabited by an inhuman spirit, and there is a warning on the glass case to do not touch. One museum goer who ignored the warnings and taunted the doll died in a motorcycle crash shortly after being told to leave the museum. That's crazy. The movie is a prequel to The Conjuring based on the Warrens' real-life case involving the doll. The couple had a lot of input in the first movie, but Annabelle is fabricated. Warren, who mostly, along with her late husband, has investigated more than 10,000 cases of paranormal activity, presented the talk and slideshow of the cases at the Catholic Girls High School with the help of her son-in-law, Tony Sepra, also a paranormal investigator. That's crazy. And I was told, well, I was reading something, they said not to, like, look into the doll's eyes. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Warren, now 87, soft-spoken and sweet to all who engaged her in conversation at a meet and greet, said presenting at Laurelton was like going home because she attended the school in the late 1930s but had to leave because of illness. Warren said her presentations are in extra demand during September and October because of the fascination with the subject is heightened during the Hallows Eve, as she calls it. A Roman Catholic, Warren, now in her early career with her husband, often works with priests and other clergy because they rely on blessings and sometimes exorcisms to resolve a case. Oh, shit. She said the power of faith has gotten her out of many scary situations because it's often about fighting the demonic with goodness. Holy water is a tool. Warren said her Catholic faith is both protection and her drive. Warren began by telling the audience that ever since the age of 7 or 8, she saw lights or auras around people, but was afraid to tell her parents for fear that they would think she was crazy. She spent many years praying about it because I didn't want to be different, she said. Warren recalled a story from Laurelton days. She said she had a favorite teacher, a nun who taught French, and once told her, referring to her aura, "Your lights are brighter than Mother Superior's." Oh shit. Warren said that she was told to go to the school's chapel and pray about it and it will go away. That's crazy. That's literally their answer for
All the
everything.
fucking time.
Her Laurelton audience, many with no connection to the school, but there as Warren's fans roared with laughter. At first, she didn't even tell Ed Warren, who she met at 18 about her, excuse me, who she met at 16 about her abilities, but later he would tell her, "You were different." Ed, a self-taught demonologist,
That's weird.
an interest he developed after growing up in a house he said was haunted, and Lorraine would pool their talents to become the world famous paranormal investigators. Her career spanned 65 years. Yeah, I didn't know about them either. The
Yep.
Warrens have done.
I knew about them from movies.
Oh, but I
I don't
never.
fuck with
Yeah,
those types
I
of
don't watch.
movies.
I'm like too scared to watch scary movies.
Mhm.
Oh.
The Warrens have done jobs throughout the United States and in faraway places that Japan, England, Scotland, France, and Australia. The couple charged only travel expenses, nothing for the actual investigating, but built an empire on books, movie work, and lectures about their cases. In 1952, Ed Warren founded the New England Society for Psychic Research. Their investigations often included other professionals, including nurses, doctors, police officers, and researchers. Some of their famous cases, besides Amityville and Annabelle, include the Demon Murder, Werewolf, Smurl Family, the Perrins, Stephanie Cemetery, Borley Church, Union Cemetery, and The Haunting in Connecticut. Warren said the most unwanted spirits enter through vehicles such as Ouija boards, tarot cards, and psychics, and urged the audience to keep their kids away from such things. Swearer said 7 of the 10 cases involved someone with a Ouija board
Huh.
asking, "Is there a spirit here?"
Those things are scary.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that. "If you go into a very happy home, very seldom bad things will be found," Warren said. She and Seprier continued the work after Ed's death in 2006 and are currently working in a case in Stratford. "Every town in Connecticut has a paranormal activity," Warren said. "Nothing recent like exorcism. Warren said nothing a recent exorcism like event on a New Haven man, 31. Going into haunting experiences, there are some bad ones, scary ones. My faith is always my protection," she said. That's crazy. I didn't even realize. So the occult museum that they had was in their what is it called?
Basement?
Yeah, it was in
I
their
think it was in
basement.
their basement or the.
It was in their basement, and that's why it ended up closing because it wasn't a museum. It was residential, and they didn't have they didn't have the zoning for it,
The permit. Yeah.
which is wild.
Yeah, but the like their whole thing is scary. And then you remember the movie Jumanji?
Hmm.
Yeah.
That movie, they were selling Ouija boards to kids.
That
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah. And like kids were trying it and stuff like that. And then adults would play and stuff like that. And it would go awry. Like stuff was happening to people. So
but that
it's
okay.
not.
So but wait, so all right, but that brings us to an interesting point that I think that we should make because I feel like, especially noting that she's Catholic, I feel like Catholicism sees like interacting with spirits and all of that and tarot and all of that as demonic. They automatically write that off as demonic. So, like you
Mhm.
were saying earlier, Raggedy Ann might not be demonic,
Yeah.
like at all.
That's true.
Some-
And then oh, you guys are gonna get a kick out of this. So remember we were talking about Pope Leo
Mhm.
Yeah.
that just got.
Hmm.
So in Chicago, I went to where he used to live, like his old house.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
And like they have it's like a little house um on like a little one-way street, and they had like balloons and candles on the outside, and they're saying that it's getting a lot of tourist attraction and they're looking to buy it out, and like they renovated the inside, and they said it's like for sale for only like $216,000. But the weirdest part is that we were pulling up to that neighborhood, and on the radio they started talking about him and telling the stuff about the house and how they want to sell it, and we were pulling up to the house. I was like, are they in here?
I
Like what is
mean,
happening?
are they
I
following?
wonder if that's some weird thing, like, especially if you have satellite
If
radio, if
it
you
like
bounce off a certain satellite and it tells your location and it starts targeting you ads for that location.
Yeah, but this wasn't, well, maybe, I don't know. It was just the regular radio from the car.
But is it a satellite? Is it satellite radio? Is it like is it like Sirius XM, or was it like regular
No,
radio listening to local station?
no, it was regular radio.
I wonder. I wonder. That's
It was
that's.
like 104.
I'm
What
weak. I
station?
didn't do it all fucking night. Sorry.
I'm like, okay. That's because I mine. I just finished mine, and we were just
Okay.
smoking our
Yep.
own,
All right. So I'm
and
like,
that's not the usual one.
So I was like, wait a second. Like clearly a friend with weed is a friend indeed. Stop at 5. Like what? You're not smoking? Absolutely not. Here, take. What are you? We can't have that
She's
here.
like, I'm not used to sharing, and then
Well, I mean,
I
I'm weak. I don't smoke. I came prepared today.
Hey.
I pre-rolled.
because there's no strain of the day.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, it's a garden mix. There's no strain of the day, so I figured I wouldn't like.
It's like a chef salad. She was the chef.
All of the
Okay.
great. But no, Annabelle. I don't think. Okay, let's pull up the map. So
I think she's just a misunderstood spirit that's setting all these other spirits free.
yeah, that part because it's been listen. So the first Lorraine, I think, was the owner's name, right? Lorraine Warren.
I think so.
She told the people not to move the doll. She said like don't.
Yeah, don't touch it, don't mess with it, don't do anything.
Don't
They didn't listen.
don't they didn't listen. And the first stop, so they were in Monroe, Connecticut, and the first stop was April 12th, and that was in Danbury, I think, Connecticut.
Danbury, Connecticut.
And then April, not April, and then May 13th and 14th, she had her second tour in New Orleans. So I pulled up. So I was talking to my sister yesterday. Hey. Boo. Wait, hold on. I messed it up. It like had the root and then it went away. There it goes. Like, that is not...
Is there a route that it goes through Kentucky?
Yeah, bitch. What do you mean? It goes straight through Kentucky.
It looks like you've only hit the very edge.
Okay, let's share the screen.
I'll be real honest. I don't know what the fuck those states look like.
Oh no, how do I move our little thing? Can you see it?
Not yet, but there's a delay.
Okay. So I had put in like Apple Maps or whatever you want, or Google Maps, from Monroe to New Orleans. So it's 20 hours and 46 minutes approximately, and it's 1,300 miles, give or take. But that was the path that it went, that doll, right?
Okay.
So it went from Connecticut to New Orleans. Hold on, let me pull up the timeline because this shit's crazy. Like she definitely. Hold on. Mm, 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 mm.
She tried to warn them.
Mm-hmm.
She
That's all I
definitely
can.
did try
I
to
feel
warn
too.
them. She definitely did.
Whether she told them the actual reason or not doesn't matter. She warned them.
She definitely did. Hold on. All right, so the first was April 12th when she started. It said Annabelle was removed from the Warrens Occult Museum in Connecticut, and that was so she's been locked up in that museum since the 1970s. So she's just been in
Mhm.
the basement since, right? So then they moved her for the
Yeah.
first time April 12th. Then the second time would have been May 12th, so a month later. And she bringing her to New Orleans. New Orleans, I don't know how to pronounce it. Louisiana.
Mhm.
Where all that's like the spiritual.
And they brought her.
Place.
And no, the spiritual conference is where they're bringing her in Texas. I don't know what the fuck they brought her to in New Orleans. Lord
I
only
don't know,
knows. But
yeah.
like all
I
the
don't
all the
know.
voodoo and hoodoo and all that shit and down there, like y'all were asking for something to get started.
That part.
Mhm.
Especially just knowing, because it's like she's a symbol of bound energy. Like, and then to know she was just locked up for the past, like, since the 70s, dude. You
Yep.
don't think that.
Just because she's still locked behind that glass doesn't mean she can't get out when you're moving her around. Come on.
And yeah, that's the thing.
Who,
When her.
who's the new owner of it? Who's the new person that's taking it all around? Like, how did it get to them instead of Lorraine?
I don't know if Lorraine. Did she. Is she still alive? Did she. I don't. Did she die?
Because her husband passed, but they said that because they said her late husband, but they didn't say that
I
she
think.
passed.
Oh,
I think she
another.
died in
It's
2019.
it's another paranormal investigator.
But if
So
she.
he bought it.
Or he. Something. He has it. And now he's taking it on
Let me
tour.
see.
But so Annabelle came to New Orleans for the event was the 13th and the 14th of May,
No,
right?
2019. She died.
She died in
Yeah.
2019. Um,
Okay.
so Annabelle came out here, well not out here, well down south for the 13th and the 14th, right? And then May 15th was the fire at the Nottoway Plantation. And I
Where
hadn't.
is
So it's in White Castle,
Louisiana.
Louisiana. And on the website, if you like, but I mean, it's gone now, so there's that. But the website is still up, and I don't like the way that they were representing this plantation. So, one, the word plantation isn't even on the website at all. Um, I mean, it could be. I really don't think it was. Hold on. Just a second. I thought I pulled it up. Okay, so no, this wasn't the one that I was looking for, but we can start here. So I will share the
That's the one I
screen.
just started reading, and what they describe it is astounding. Can't wait for you to get to that part.
Bruh. Okay. This is off of the Advocate. The Nottoway Plantation home in Iberville Parish, formerly the largest remaining antebellum mansion in the U.S. South, burned to the ground Thursday. So, antebellum, because I was like, why? What the hell is antebellum? So it means before the Civil War. That's what antebellum means. So they've just been. So if you look, so we'll go on the website, but that's what they're parading around.
That's why Lady Antebellum, the country music band, changed their name to just be Lady A from now on because they didn't want to support that anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
The cause of the fire remains under investigation, and officials previously said that it started in the south wing before spreading to the main house, which had been turned into a resort, museum, and event venue.
Museum my ass.
Bruh, that part.
It's a museum about the white family that owned the house originally and what they made there, what they did there, which they did nothing there. They didn't take care of.
Yeah.
In a
And you
state.
know what's crazy? It's always them that are profiting from
Yep,
that situation,
correct.
and none of them going to like the lineage of the enslaved people that actually were doing the work.
Correct.
So
That
it's
part. And besides, I saw a TikTok earlier today that on the little on the slave tours that they would give, plantation tours, they would say that some of the descendants of the slaves still worked there to this day.
Yep, that's
yeah,
fucking sick.
yeah.
Work there.
They shouldn't have to work at all.
They're not getting paid to work there. Tell you that. They pay them in housing, in food.
I literally
Keeping
cannot.
that family tradition strong.
In a
Yikes.
statement last week, Iberville Parish President Chris Daigle said the mansion was a total loss. Here are 5 things to know about Nottoway. Construction. Sugarcane planter John Hampton Randolph requested the construction of the 64-room, 53,000 square foot mansion. Enslaved people built the structure by 1859, mostly from cypress trees in the nearby swamplands along the neighboring Mississippi River. New Orleans architect Henry Howard designed it in the Greek Revival and Italianate style, including 22 massive columns, 165 doors, and 200 windows.
Wow.
Ownership has changed over the years. In 1860, Randolph owned 6,200 acres on the Nottoway Plantation, 1,200 of which were under cultivation, and 155 enslaved black people. It avoided major damage during the Civil War, and the Owens family acquired it in 1912. That family owned it until 1977, when construction company owner Arlen K. Dees bought it for $720,000. It changed hands a few more times until late 2024 when lawyer Dan Dress purchased the resort. He also owns the historic steel Magnolia House bed and breakfast in Natchitoches. Oh, so he's just owning all these plantations. The fuck? A bed and breakfast? That was definitely that was a plantation. Okay. Resp-
Yeah, and something seems off that he's a lawyer and that he's buying these. It seems like, I don't know, it seems like they might have asked him for help and then he turned around and bought it from under them.
oh
I don't
shit.
know, it just seems suspicious.
Suspicious. Many fire departments responded to the fire at the mansion. Crews included the White Castle, Plaquemine, Bayou Gula, St. George, and Baton Rouge fire departments. The Baton Rouge Fire Department sent a boat to help the fight, and crews started pulling water from the Mississippi River to help extinguish the fire. Dozens of fire response vehicles, ambulances, and civilian cars lined LA 1 as wind kicked billows of smoke into the sky. The wedding venue. The building was used as an event space and wedding venue. The resort's website described it as a one of a kind historical cultural venue where private groups can gather
I
to
knew you'd love that
enjoy
part.
a harmonious balance between community and stillness.
I knew you'd love that part so much. That was just that. I stopped reading there. That was my personal favorite part. I loved that they called it a cultural
That literally
venue,
just sent like
a
chills
one of a
down
kind
the-
historic cultural venue. Like there's something to fucking celebrate.
That's
I just want to know, like, what do people think? Like, are their marriages cursed? Like, why would you want to get married? Like, I don't know. It
no.
doesn't seem.
So pretty. It's just so pretty. The architecture, the architectural work.
I want.
It's just so pretty.
I want to see like the divorce rates of the people who get married there.
Right, that part.
Like, I don't.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't think it's a good.
That's wild. With learning and and entertainment built right into the setting. Nottoway is an ideal place to enrich your soul, create, and grow, the website stated. It offered multiple ballroom packages for corporate retreats. The resort advertised a murder mystery dinner
Jesus
set
fuck.
in 1859 with actors playing John and Emily Randolph in period costumes. That's crazy.
I wonder if that's what Clue is based on. The movie Clue.
Right?
Maybe.
Murder mysteries. Mixed reactions from history. Reactions posted online by people across the region showed some very different views of the site, with some mourning the loss while others celebrated the destruction of a place fraught with injustice. Despite the home's past ties to slavery, the latest vision of Nottoway Resort's website avoids any mention of slaves or slave labor. Its history page details the ages of the oak trees on the site, with one as old as the mansion itself. That's fucking
So you want to know what's even
crazy.
crazier? Is they don't mention slavery and they don't mention like how the house came about. They mention that he built the house, right? They mentioned that he had enslaved people build the house. Kind of touch on that. Do you know that it was over 150 enslaved people working on that house?
Yeah.
And they actually
Yeah.
how
Say
many
how many
died
pay.
working on the house because they don't keep those kind of records.
Not even working on the house, working on the sugar plantation.
Well, yeah.
And the sugar farms were the
Yeah.
hardest ones to
Yeah.
work on.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like they had to
Yeah.
hand chop the sugar cane with machetes, and then you couldn't let it would spoil, so you couldn't let it sit out, so you had to like boil it. And who was running the boil rooms? Children. Children were running the
Sure.
boil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. And I don't know if this was real, but there was a TikTok clip and it showed like it looked like the plantation was burning in the background, and then she like was like, I'm pouring alcohol out for my ancestors
Yes,
because
saw
Yes,
that.
in her African attire, that queen. Yes, I saw. I did.
I was like,
I saw that. It was
I was like, she
Dude,
get with that.
tour.
level.
I mean, they're
She ate it up.
offering tours 7 days a week, 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. Adults are $25, and kids 5 and under are free, with admission of an adult ticket.
So did the whole thing burn down, or is it
Everything.
half or
Yes,
quarter?
actually, I'm glad that you asked. Everything burned down, but the slaves' quarters. That
Hmm.
is the only
That's
building.
interesting.
That is the
Wow.
only thing that is standing still. And they thought that it did stop burning, but it like reignited. So the flames were burning for a total of 18 hours.
Wow. 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 And then the part two is like, is this gonna be like what happens? Is this gonna be some type of insurance thing where they get paid out a whole bunch of money to like rebuild it, or
Oh.
what happens after?
I don't even know what happens after, dude. I'm mad
Because
that
some
the
insurance
history is
places
really
they're
trees.
not paying out. They're paying like a, they're not paying the full amount. Because say you bought it, so they said he bought it for like 720K.
Yeah.
So they only pay based off of that. So like say now it's worth like one
Uh,
and a half million.
yeah.
They only pay based off of what you bought it at, and then it's a percentage of that number.
Mm,
So it's still a
He
loss.
he did in fact say that he hopes to rebuild.
Yeah. Yep. So that's so
well, good. At least
but we'll see.
they can build it. That's fine. Rebuild it.
Exactly.
You guys can
You
put
built
your
it with
blood,
your
sweat,
hands and
tears.
your money.
The fuck, and put some sprinkler systems in there since you're redoing shit. They didn't have any sprinklers. They didn't have any sprinklers.
Mm-mm-mm.
But look at
And
the
it's just lazy because after all those years, you didn't add any advancements to the grounds.
It's the aesthetics. They want to make it because they wouldn't be able to have the murder mysteries if they changed the house too much. And so it's the aesthetics of that time period. They
Wow.
want to envelop you in that time period of being able to own a rich part of history.
Yeah, while erasing portions of it and like taking it out of schools and acting like certain parts never
That
happened.
okay, and that part because I had shared something on this little blue book, and I can't even say there's a lot of people eating me up in the comments because truthfully, it wasn't. There was only two people, so whatever. But yeah, I don't understand or reckon how you guys are so like, oh, you shouldn't want this happening, like you shouldn't want to erase history, but y'all don't want to teach this in school. You're not even teaching this history the real fucking way. Like what
Yeah,
in the
and they're not even teaching it right on the website.
That's
They're
what I'm
taking
saying. Yeah,
out
that's
parts.
exactly what I'm
Listen,
They take
saying.
in,
Like,
yeah,
they got mad when
it's
we
full
were tearing
baloney.
down statues of racist people because we didn't want to celebrate racist people anymore. They got mad about that. Yet the second Trump got in office, they started forcing people in towns all over America to paint over the city's Black Lives Matter.
matter. Yeah.
Black
And
Lives
yeah,
Yeah,
and that's getting erased. So you can
yeah,
get pissed off that they're erasing that racist part of history, but not the part of history where people started fighting back.
yeah,
that part. Because it's,
yeah.
bruh.
And that's why they want people dumb. They want people dumb because they know like there's strength in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And so the more people that you have that aren't educated, the better off they are to just follow whatever you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh.
That part. That's why they want to fucking get rid of the Department of Education.
That part. And that way, to get rid of the Department of Education and then throw everyone in the fucking in the factories. That's what he's
Yep,
so
and
gung
have
ho about. Oh, factory work and manufacturing. Malaka, no one wants to do that shit. Who the hell wants to work in a fucking factory? Besides the
they're
people in
like
the South,
stuck in the
if you want to
past.
get technical, because they're the ones that are working in the fucking the turkey plants, the fucking blah, Smithfield,
Yeah,
all these fucking plants.
Okay, so I can't find the exact
yeah.
how much they were
They're
charging.
they're literally stuck.
Deposit is $2,000.
You need a $2,000
Wow.
deposit.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, they're completely stuck in the past. That's why that whole like make America great again thing, if you look back at it and see the time period, it was like when,
It was
people of
Nixon.
color didn't have rights,
Nixon
women
was
didn't
the
have
first
rights.
one who ran with that. If you
Yeah.
want to get technical, and yeah, that
It's
literally
back
was the
to Jim Crow. Jim
yeah.
Crow.
And what people fail to realize, because when they do put it in the textbooks, when they are talking about it in school, the pictures are in black and white, like it's ancient times. Like, no,
Yeah.
my dad integrated school. My dad's like the same age as Ruby Bridges. Like,
Yeah.
hello. So when people are like, oh, why don't you just let it go? Like
It was so long
It
ago.
was
There's
recent.
nobody
it was
alive today that's been actively affected by slavery.
like
What?
we're
Martin
still
Luther King would be alive today if he wasn't murdered, you dumb motherfuckers.
like
Yeah. They're just idiots.
it's like
Like how racist can you be?
that part.
Mhm.
But
Very.
like
Those
it's to
idiots.
but like to be like just so mm-mm. The mansion restaurant is currently closed for maintenance.
When's the estimated reopening?
It doesn't say. It just says
2027.
we're sorry for any inconvenience. Bruh.
I wonder if it was closed before the fires.
No, I don't care. It wasn't. They did that. The
Mhm.
manager was like, nope, I need to say my final goodbye.
Mm-mm-mm.
There's not a final goodbye. He's gonna rebuild and reopen.
Well, the
We'll see
unemployment line, they're gonna be. Is that even
if
still
they
open?
let.
Does Trump even have that open? Because with okay, so let's get back on our timeline. We diverted for a little bit, but we can. So the plantation, so all of that just burned, crumbled to the ground. And listen,
Mhm.
not mad at it. gotta let it burn. Like, I'll
Let
take
it
a shot to
burn,
that
let
because,
it
like,
burn.
what in the hell? Y'all are crazy sitting here.
There is actually a firefighter on TikTok. It was obviously a black guy. Sitting there in his uniform. He's got an overlay of the plantation, and he was singing that song on there, and he was just sitting there.
It's crazy because
Hold
it's
out
like
a marshmallow.
because it's like if you look at the pictures, you can literally see like figures like coming out of the flames and the smoke. Like you can't
Ooh.
tell me that wasn't spiritual. Like you can't tell me. And if you don't see it, that just means you're not in tune and sorry, you probably you're gonna miss the boat when it does come. So I don't know. You need to get in line, get in tune, something.
With
Yeah.
yourself real
Cause
fast.
this shit's so bad. Like it's
Talking
literally,
about the reckoning and the rapture coming. Oh, you're gonna be on the wrong side of that, baby.
bruh.
Ooh.
Listen,
Ooh.
I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of that. Cheers to being on the right side. Because whew,
I just had a hole in my chin.
I'm so weak. And I watched the playback. I'm like, I really did like die on camera taking that shot that time.
No.
I like, I'm like, I didn't breathe
Like,
right.
oh god, oh god. I don't know how to say it. Christ, you know
Week. Okay, so the fire was the day after Annabelle's second day at whatever tour she was on.
Mhm.
And then so what did we say that was the 15th? And then the
Yeah.
16th, right? Tornadoes tore through the South. Um Tornadoes hit Kentucky, Missouri, Virginia, and parts of North Carolina. I didn't even
Mhm.
realize it hit all of that. I thought for the most part that it was Kentucky, but it was Kentucky that had the most deaths. 19 people died in Kentucky.
Oh wow.
There's like 27
And
total the Midwest tornadoes right now.
in Kentucky, they
Yeah,
keep
but
getting
19 was Kentucky.
tornadoes.
No,
So
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to, like, I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, that's a lot
lot
in one
one
fucking area.
yeah, but you
Yeah.
listen. So let's talk about how Doge, right? Okay, so Doge cut, and I don't know the acronym, but well, I know the acronym. It spells NOAA. I don't know what it stands for though. So do
Hmm.
with that information as you will. But he cut that. So, but they're the people that would have alerted everyone that a tornado was coming. So no one fucking knew. Oh.
And then where's FEMA?
And then where's FEMA? FEMA was also, I believe, cut.
Yeah. And where's.
Yeah.
He still hasn't said a thing about it, has he?
No. He was talking in the garden, the Rose Garden, with Melania, laughing about how Putin asked for his wife and not him. Dude, we have Americans dying with no aid, and you're shooting the shit with Putin.
You know what's amusing to me? Is I guarantee you most of those Americans voted for him too.
Of course.
Most of those Americans voted for him,
Listen.
and now he's leaving them high and dry.
Listen.
Where's that same energy that he had when North Carolina, when he was upset about the Appalachians not getting help they deserved after their issues?
But I feel like he was only up in tides about that because he was. Okay, this is conspiracy. This is
trying to get votes and all that.
not even trying to get votes, but there's gold and oil
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I feel like that was more so that. And this
Yeah.
right now, though, he doesn't have. What the hell's in the South besides black folk and the poor? If you want to get technical, not to like say it like that, but
So like those Midwest areas that is happening are his voters, and they're poor as fuck. Kentucky.
as fuck. No, listen, as fuck, poor as fuck, and racist as fuck.
Yes. Yeah.
That's all. I mean, if you want to get technical, all of the land we're on is indigenous people's land, but that land specifically, you're on indigenous people's land that was built on the backs of black people. And now you've got this doll with this energy that was just released, and she's tearing some shit up.
Literally.
Yep. And then the part is they never said what happened with like the people from that hurricane.
Bitch,
What happened to them?
bitch,
The
in the
one where was
North
it?
Carolina, never heard anything.
Yeah, where it
No,
completely
I
flooded
don't
and
think
then we never heard anything
did they
after.
ever get help?
Where he was yelling
That's
about
what
help
like,
that
what
they
is
needed.
going on?
Biden wasn't doing anything, and now that he's in office, we don't hear a thing about it.
I'm pretty sure there's people.
Nothing, not a peep.
I'm pretty sure there is too.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
There's a lot of fucking land in there.
Yeah.
And how come they're not saying anything about him cutting the FEMA?
Weird.
Like y'all are just all being quiet about like not being able to really rebuild your home.
Yes.
No, there have been some people. Well, I mean, obviously, there's like some people talking about it. I've seen some TikToks, but there's no. Who are they gonna? They need government help, and the government is in their garden chat, fucking talking to Putin. The fuck, Donald Trump. If you want to just go talk to people, come talk to us. Shit. If I
Don't
could
summon
have,
him.
I could have a word or two for you, Mister.
Don't
What in the
summon
hell?
him.
What
Don't
do you?
summon him because he might actually do it.
I'm weak.
He might actually be like, "This black lady's on here calling me out. I must go." And then he's gonna be in here in his diaper. Shit
Not in his
pants.
diaper, shit in his pants. And that might be an illusion too. Did you see the
might
thing
be.
circling around saying that his ear thing was just like theatrical makeup? Oh, guess you
What
did.
ear thing?
What ear thing? When our president got shot, they bitch,
Well,
what?
President-
I told
when,
you guys when
When he
that
got
first happened,
the ear
but
about
that
the
whole thing was
that's what I'm saying. So instead of ketchup, it's theatrical makeup.
Yeah.
makeup.
Wild. You remember people
Don't
who
forget he's the actor and has been in
solidarity
movies.
and pads on their ear in solidarity to him, to his rallies?
No.
Yeah, they were taping pads to the side of their head
Oh,
and like
my
rubber banding
God.
pads to the side of their head. Like they don't want pads in boys' bathrooms, but they'll wear pads out in the public on their ear in support of their president.
So weird.
Boys can't see pads, only on our faces when
Meh.
we're in solidarity with Trump.
I literally cannot.
That's why 27 people are dead, unfortunately.
Oh, this
and
is what.
they don't-
Okay, here, this article. Here we
they
go.
don't fucking have any help from FEMA.
At least 27 people are dead after tornadoes and severe weather struck Kentucky, Missouri, and Virginia, according to reports. The state of Kentucky was hit the hardest with 19 dead as of Monday, May 19th. The death tolls come following the announcement of layoffs at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, aka NOAA, hence the reason I didn't know what the fuck that was, because wow. Anyways, and a significant reduction in emergency training at the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Oh, that's FEMA. Before her.
Love it when they didn't put the acronyms. That's rude.
Before hurricane season oh my god, it's hurricane season. But listen, listen. If this and it's listen. Oh, we
This
think
fucking doll is
bruh,
on
it's-
tour during hurricane
listen.
season.
this.
You know how there's a lot of areas around here that are like, will only flood every 100 years?
Yeah,
So many of them are gonna flood this year.
bruh. I literally cannot.
So fucking
Dude.
many.
My little ocean that fucking bruh, that's a
Good thing
wild.
you're high up, because that's gonna flood like up to the steps.
Dude, don't put that into. Don't summons that.
I'm not meaning to. But
You're saying don't summons that. Damn, fuck.
Unfortunately, that's what I foresee happening.
No, the devil is a liar. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Oosha. Pushing that about to be Noah for real, and his ark.
I'm
lip.
like, is that why they called it that?
You walk outside and be like, fuck.
But what do you mean? Listen, dude. So I literally cannot. I don't even know. I don't even know. A hurricane season is coming, and
Everything has no money. And
FEMA's
dolls on tour.
FEMA's looking like womp. Noah's looking like womp. Annabelle's like, hey, bitches.
Yes.
Back again. Oh my god.
Annie's back.
Tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
That's crazy.
But that's why I don't look at those things and watch those movies, because it invites so much shit in. And so now that she's on this whole tour, they're inviting so much shit in.
Bruh.
They said when Exorcism first came out, people would go to the movie theater, and when they were watching it, I guess how the movie was filmed, it had like that it had like a effect that would make people when they were watching it throw up in the movie theater.
Oh, that was the Blair Witch Project also, because they were doing like point
Yes,
of
yep.
view, really
Too.
shitty. Oh yeah, it was really bad. Like it was all point of view stuff basically, and so like a bunch of people.
And the movie Passion of Christ, when that came out, there were a whole bunch of deaths on set, like filming the movie, and the people who were in the movie passed away with weird freak accidents.
Oh no.
That was a horrible movie. I went and watched it, and like it was horrendous.
Yeah, I saw it with my friend in the movie theater. We were in there bawling our eyes out. Came out. My dad came to pick us up. He was like, "Are y'all all right?"
Dude, sobbing like a baby.
Dude, fuck that.
That was the first movie I ever cried in the movie theater.
Yeah, and just fucking sobbing from this fucking movie. Do not watch it. Do not recommend.
No.
It's not a horror movie. It's not anything scary. It's just horrendous.
Yeah, the story's really, really tough. And like them reenacting it is really realistic. And they used a lot of the pieces from that time frame.
Very, very realistic.
Yeah, I ain't got time. Speaking of time, May 16th, right? So the tornadoes that ripped through. That's the same day that 11 inmates had escaped from a Louisiana prison.
Oh yeah, did you see what they put on the wall?
No, what?
Yeah, too easy, but they missed the O.
Yeah, they misspelled it, but you know,
if they're in prison, they're not the smartest. They got caught.
They go.
So they can miss an O.
Touche, I guess.
Leave them alone.
But that does show like how messed up the infrastructure is in the prison. Is it
7 that caught? How many got caught? Let's see.
Walking down the street, sitting on like in the.
Let's see.
The smart ones knew better. They knew to at least separate. Like you're a crowd of people in the. All look like y'all just
let my people go, and then these dumbasses didn't take full advantage of that.
I'm weak. Annabelle's like, sir, y'all.
I try to help you.
Okay,
like, no, but I feel like Bryce had showed me something, and they had it was more than 3 that was X'd out. I don't know if it was 7 though. But these not wanted. That's crazy. This sounds wild, and I need to make a wish. If I had one wish, we would be best friends. This was the 17th. So this might not be updated. But 7 fugitives remain on the run after NOLA prison break. Oh no. Can we watch it?
Yeah.
Folks in New Orleans on high alert as authorities are still searching for 7 inmates that are considered armed and dangerous who escaped from jail Friday morning. Caroline Elliott has the very latest as this hunt continues. Caroline, to you.
Molly, the focus is still tracking down those 7 inmates still on the run this morning. And the Orleans Parish Sheriff also pointing fingers at her own staff, now saying she believes this was an inside job. Surveillance video from inside the jail shows an inmate tugging on the door around midnight Friday. Then just 1 hour later, 10 inmates were seen on video breaking out of the jail. The group then climbed a fence using blankets to avoid being cut by barbed wire, and the last thing we see is video of the inmates sprinting across a busy interstate around 1:20 a.m. According to the sheriff's office, jail staff didn't even realize the 10 inmates were missing until they did a routine head count that next morning at 8:30 a.m.
What?
So how did 10 inmates bust out of jail? Well, investigators say this is the exit point, a hole behind a toilet. It appears the bolts were removed and the steel bars were also cut, which led the sheriff to believe this is an inside job.
At the time of the incident, there was no deputy physically on Pod 1 Delta, and the technician that was assigned to the housing unit module had actually stepped away to grab food.
Watching live video.
Wow.
Bruh, I literally
I'm
cannot.
hungry.
Not stepped away to grab food.
I need a snack. Couldn't he have at least said I stepped away to take a shit? Like, you can't control that. If you're gonna lie and be an inside man on a job of 11 people escaping, at least let it be bowel movements.
I'm so fucking weak. He said he was hungry. He said, "Is you gonna eat your cornbread?"
If it was a female, it wouldn't have been a female in a male prison, but I got my period. You know, come on. So many excuses he could have used. I stepped away to get food. I think you found your inside man.
Literally.
I literally cannot. Hey, Tanya.
Oh, Tanya, hi.
I did not realize that she was on. I literally cannot. As this thing is I'm like, is this going backwards again? Because it's not the real charger. I'm gonna have to swappity swap. Hold on. I literally cannot. Alright, so the people escaped. I just feel... I feel like she was just... I feel like...
Got caught.
Huh?
I want to see, like, usually they have film of like, the others get...
Right. Who was caught? Was caught. NOLA. Manhunt. May 2025. NOLA. Oh no.
Everything's
No, because it's like,
too
bitch,
much
I'm
now.
about to die. Hold on. Just a second. Brief
Or
Oh, come on.
I don't think I have.
Run as fast as you can.
Wait, there's a cord right here. Oh, that's not gonna. Damn it.
Doobie doobie doo. Doobie doobie doo.
Ooh. Did we die?
Nope.
Where the hell?
I mean, I do not think.
Hmm?
I do not think it's. Yeah, you're not live anymore. But you did not die. So now it says you're live again.
Oh, but the light. Is there anybody in there? What the hell light am I looking for?
It's now.
No. No. Oh.
Hello,
Hold on.
Governor.
Governor.
Governor, are you there?
Governor. Doodle-doodle.
Hello, Governor.
Governor.
Hello.
Governor. My laptop almost died. So it was just like, let me.
Yeah, I sent you a text like charger.
Yeah, no, she was charging it, but it wasn't the correct cord, so she had to run and get the correct cord so it would stop slowly dying still.
Yeah, no, I plugged it in
Oh,
that it was charging, but it was definitely like 8%, 7%, 6%.
Oh.
I was like, wait, this isn't. Hey, where'd you go?
not today.
Oh,
Hello.
is there
Where
anything
did you
in
come
there?
from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Okay, sorry for the brief
Sorry.
intermission. Damn, that was crazy. I literally right up there, and Jordan was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I need a charger. No charge. No charge. Baby mama has no charge." Okay, what in the world were we just talking about? Oh, we were seeing how many were